first 100,000, like look at this money. I tell them all the time who's seen it coming. We really came from nothing like. I told my boy.
Alright y'all, so we're back with another video and we're going to be talking about the new item, what is it, Twilight armor. So you all have been telling me that Leslie is going to be dead now, she's over with, and a lot of damage dealing, physical damage dealing heroes are going to be done. So basically, if you don't know what's going on, this is a new item that's going to be coming out. It basically does, after you take 800 damage, that means that you can only take a maximum of 800 damage for 6 seconds, and it has a 10-second cooldown. So essentially, a lot of people are saying that it's going to be over for Leslie because obviously she won't be able to do all that crit that she does. Like, she hits you for thousands with an S at a time every single time she hits you. So it kind of gets ridiculous how powerful she is. But I'm looking at this pretty differently, and I also want to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Let me know what you have to say about it, because I saw something different here. So there's a few key points I want to touch on, and it's the fact that this is only effective for one person. It's not like a proximity type of thing where if you're close to your teammates, this effect goes off on them as well. No, it's just for one person. Now, what are you going to sacrifice if you're going to take advantage of this item? Now, if you're a marksman or mage or something, like this is a completely horrible item to be using if you're like a marksman, mage, or yeah, that's like a really bad item to be using. And the primary reason for that is because you have to sacrifice. So if you're a mage, you're supposed to be bursting people down. You can't burst people down if you're trying to defend. Like, it's not your job to try to defend yourself. That's what your tank is for. Your tank is supposed to be protecting you. You're just supposed to simply be dishing out damage. So yeah, you're not even supposed to be doing that. And when it comes down to a marksman character, you're supposed to be dishing out damage as well. It's up to your tank to protect you as well. So basically, it's going to be a trade-off. If you want to use this item to where you can only get attacked for so much damage, that means you're going to have to sacrifice some damage of your own. If you're a physical type of hero, you're going to have to sacrifice some type of physical item. Or if you're a magic type of hero, you're going to have to sacrifice some type of magic item. So either way, that's like a bad trade-off if your primary job is to be dealing a bunch of damage. If your job is to be dealing a bunch of damage, like, that's why you don't put defensive items on marksmen and stuff like that. So it's just the same, it's the same thing here. You wouldn't really want that item on a marksman. It's actually a really good item for a tank though. It's a really good item for a tank because a tank is the one who should be taking the most of the damage from like a marksman or something. So I don't think that this is going to be something that just completely ends Leslie in the first place, simply because of the fact that only certain heroes are going to even have this item equipped, and the heroes that have these items equipped is going to be like a tank, which is kind of annoying to take out anyway. But even still, it's a team effort. So all you really have to do is get somebody on your team. Like, for instance, this is why I like the item. I think it's going to bring a lot of strategy back into the game. So let's say your team wants to target the other team's tank. You already know how to activate the passive of that ability. So what you need to do is you need to basically have somebody on your team hit the tank for like 800 damage. Then wait 6 seconds, then attack after that 6 seconds is up. It's really easy to get around that item. All you have to do is know that you triggered the passive, then wait 6 seconds. It's kind of like Argus. It's kind of like Argus's ultimate. How effective is that? Like, everyone thought that was going to be super OP or crazy or something. You know how simple it is to wait a few seconds after you hit somebody for a bunch of damage. So let's say Leslie pokes at Leslie pokes at freaking some tank with this item on. Leslie pokes at him, does all that damage, but then the passive activates. By the time Leslie gets that first ability back, you'll be able to crit them just as hard as you would have from the beginning. So yeah, and also when it comes down against squishier heroes and stuff like that, I don't think that that's really going to help at all, because the first shot is still going to do full damage. So if Leslie is going to hit you for 3,000 damage with that first shot, you're still going to take that damage. You got to eat that. So I mean, Leslie is still going to get that damage off. So it's not like you're going to survive. It's not like this makes you immune to being attacked or something. You're still going to take the bulk of the damage. So only a tank could really still survive based off of this item. This item definitely gives tanks more of a fighting chance, and I like that. I don't think that people should just be melting through tanks the way that they are. So I like the fact that this is going to basically make it so when you want to take out a tank, you have to be more strategic with it. You're going to have a 10-second window, and within that 10 seconds, while the cooldown is becoming back into effect, you're gonna really have to work as a team. You're gonna have to strategize. You're gonna have to communicate. Be like, okay, he has this item on, so that's gonna make it so we do a lot less damage to him. So we gotta activate this item, then we gotta wait like 6 seconds. Then once we wait that time, all attack him with a barrage of stuff all at once. And that's really all you have to do. Like, when you can come up with a strategy and work well together as a team, I think that the everyone's damage is still going to have the same effect that it's been having. So I don't think this item is as huge of a deal as everyone has been saying that it's going to be. I think that it's simply I don't know. I think that's interesting. Honestly, I think that's doing a lot of good because it's going to force more teamwork. Like, when it comes down to taking on tanks, like when it comes to the squishy heroes, I think it's not going to have any type of effect on or changes to how much damage squishy heroes and stuff like that can take. I think this is really only going to be big for tanks, and I feel like this is good. This is a really good change because in order to take down a tank, you should have to be forced to work as a team. At the end of the day, this is a team game. I feel like this can be a little bit more annoying for us solo players. So it's definitely going to be annoying. It's going to be a struggle for us solo players. But we choose to play this game solo. We choose to have the experience that we have. So, I mean, this is our choice. We're used to the game being a lot more difficult for us. So, I mean, hey, I mean, can we really get upset with this? I mean, I don't really see a problem with it, honestly. I actually like it. I think that as far as the team aspects, they're doing things to make the team aspects a lot more promising, and it makes the game more fun when you're playing with teams and squads and stuff like that. So I'm all for the change. I don't think it's going to be as impactful as people think, but let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Do you see it the same way, or do you kind of feel differently about it? Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you let me know in the comment section. Drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new for more Mobile Legends and other content, and I'm gonna catch you all soon, man. Peace out, yo.
I'm on it. Can't fail for my family, I want it. So they'll never need hope or want